Bitcoin got up to $30,000, and it's exactly what we're calling for the past weeks now, as far as June 9th to June 12th, seeing some capitulation in the market, and then following that a week after, seeing a rubber band snap back up to the tops here that we had set over in April. And that's exactly what happened. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. Let me know if you were watching the videos for the past weeks and you saw what we were seeing as well too. And now seeing what played out, we're spot on the money. And if you've been a long time supporter as well too, and you've been watching, were we spot on the money or what? We were saying it, we were hammering it home, and that's exactly what we saw. So definitely get ready, because what I believe what comes next is altcoin season for this summer. And we're going to get into that in this video. So I'll dive in right now to the bond yields. Bond yields stuck under the 786. We're creeping up. We're on the weekly chart. We want to see us continue to get rejected from this 3.8% level. If we go to the dollar, it's sitting around 102.22 right now. If we go to the weekly chart, and then we look at the momentum, we're seeing the stock RSI, it's crossing over. We want to see that cross down through the 50 line. But so far, so good. We're seeing the dollar rollover as expected. We were calling the top back here, and we have this trend line coming down, and we want to continue to get rejected from this, and we don't want to break above it. So right now, we do see the momentum in the dollar rolling over, stock RSI pulling down, and the TSI is crossing down, and the MACD is rolling over, and we're below the zero line, which means we're in bearish negative territory. So all is looking well. And I believe once we come down, retest this for the third time, this level, so 1, 2, 3, this will be the time we actually break through it, and we're going to see a melt up in crypto like no other. And I believe the altcoins are going to catch up to what Bitcoin just did over the past week here. Now going into the chart that we were watching, as far as, hey, we need to get to reject it at this level here for us to really rally up, for this to pan out. And that's exactly what happened. So if we look at the weekly chart, what happened was we got rejected by this trend line coming down like this, and we needed to. It was very critical to get rejected there. And we had called that to a T last week, and you can pull up the videos from last week and check those receipts because we were on it. And the reason why we needed to get rejected there is because last time when we got up to that level, March 6th and March 12th was when Bitcoin, before had its move down, capitulation moment down to 20K. And by us getting rejected from this level right here and falling over is what skyrocketed Bitcoin from 20K all the way up to 30K. And now we're testing that trend line again just last week, and we needed to get rejected there, or we could have saw some mayhem in the Bitcoin and crypto market. And that's what we saw. We saw us get rejected by this level. We rolled over like it was expected. And that's what really snapped Bitcoin up here. And it's everything we were calling for weeks, literally weeks to the T. So now let's look at NASDAQ versus the Bitcoin, because this is another key chart that we're watching as well too. We had this trend line coming up. We had the 200 moving average acting as resistance there. We broke it, and that means Bitcoin's outperforming the NASDAQ. That was something that we were saying was going to happen as well too. If we look at the 3-day chart, we have continued downside for this. Momentum's curling over, and what comes next in the next 30 days is continued upside for Bitcoin and the crypto market. We go to the total crypto market cap. This is everything we were saying as well too. We had this trend line coming down. We were stuck here just the other day, and we said, hey, once we can break through here, it's game on. And that's what really shot the whole market up. And right now we're getting above this fib overlap zone. So we're claiming some key levels. And we said if we were to break above this 1.08 trillion dollar level, we're going to go right up to 1.13. That's exactly what we did yesterday. And now we're flirting with this level. We're trying to see continued upside, and I believe we're going to get it. So if we go to the daily chart, let's look at the momentum here. Momentum on the daily chart for the total crypto market cap is getting above the zero line right now. Last time we saw that was in January of this year and March of this year. And those were the times where we saw the total crypto market cap really skyrocket. We're talking about this time right here and this time right here. And we're at the early, beginning stages of this melt up in crypto that's about to come. Look at the total altcoin market cap. We're on the 3-day chart. We're seeing the prepare to buy soons. We're seeing the momentum start to kick up here, and we're going to see a 3-day buy now pretty soon here. And we had called this as well to a T2, saying that altcoins have bottomed, and we came down to this level. That was our bottom over here when we were calling it, tracking it live. And we've already started popping up. And I believe we're going to melt up with altcoins, and we're going to get back up to these same levels up here, 400 billion, like where Bitcoin's at, right back up to these levels, I believe the altcoins will catch right up to there. So if we hide this for a moment, so us getting above 343 billion will have us skyrocket up to at least 387 billion. But I believe we're going to be breaking these highs from back in April, from back in February. Next time we come up here, we're actually going to break up past that point. And that was a key level of support, rejections. Next time we come up, we might get hung up for a moment, but then I believe we're going to rip up and will likely come up to 500 billion first stop. Then if we look at Bitcoin dominance, we still have that 1 week sell warning. Another thing that we're calling was, and you can check the videos, we were saying Bitcoin was going to snap up to 29.5K, around 31K. We're going to see Bitcoin dominance pop up to the 200 moving average on the weekly chart. Then at that point, if Bitcoin could stabilize, then we'll see Bitcoin dominance roll over. We'll flash that sell now signal, just like we did back in January of 2021. We saw Bitcoin dominance melt down. We saw altcoins go 10, 20, 30, 50x in a matter of months in that time. That's why I believe what comes next is a mega alt season and a melt up this summer. So we're at that 200 moving average as expected. We could pop up a little more to go to 52 point and like around 53%. But we're limited now. So we're all the way up to this level. We already have the sell warnings. We saw Bitcoin hit its respective level that we're calling. We just need to see the momentum shift, and then for that sell now signal to flash, and then we'll see altcoins take off like you wouldn't imagine. We look at the altcoin dominance. We go to the daily chart, and let's go to the 3-day chart. We just got a 3-day buy now, and we have this trend line coming down from January of 2022. Let me match this up. Yep. So we have this trend line coming down of rejection. This time back in January or February, we actually popped above it. We tried to hold it as support. We broke down from it. Rejection. So if we can get back above 10% for the altcoin dominance, we'll melt up to at least 11.5%. I think we'll come all the way up to 13%. I don't think that'll be the end of it. Every time we break these kind of trend lines coming down like this, we start to melt up. Like trend line coming down like this, we start to melt up every single time on smaller, medium, and macro scales. So what I believe is all these things are lining up, working in our favor. And we have the 1 week prepare to buy soons here. Let's check like a 10-day chart. We have a 10-day prepare to buy soon. We have a 2-week prepare to buy soon. So everything's lining up for a mega altcoin rally, especially because we have the 200 moving average here. We saw altcoin dominance come down to that level. And for the past 4 weeks now, we've been holding that as support. And with this trend line coming down, it's looking pretty nice. So now let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 30,250. It's looking like it's trying to continue shooting up here. If we put this trend line coming up like this, we could pull back down to that. If we do pull back down, I definitely would want to see us hold around 28.5K. Shorter term, 30K, of course, 30K first, and then at least 28.5K. I don't want to see us come all the way back down to here. We could and still be fine, but I'd rather see this maintain a strong move. So if we look at the 12-hour chart, we saw the buy now back here, $26,400. Now we're up here at 30,400, and we see the prepare to sell soons, the vertical red prepare to sell soons. So once we see a vertical yellow sell now flash, Bitcoin's move is over. It's going to go sideways. So if you're not a premium member of Stargate and you want to know when Bitcoin's going to stall out, or you want to know when Bitcoin dominance is about to roll over because that sell now signal is going to flash, then come join the Discord. Links in the bio, and request for VIP. We'll give you that glove. Come into the Discord and ask for Rob at Stargate or Eric at Stargate. You can get these signals in real time. Then if we look at the 1-day chart, one thing that we were tracking as well too was, hey, when this TSI gets above the zero line, it's game on. Last time it happened was in January 2023, we shot up. And then March of 2023, we shot up. When we broke down below this level in early May, we tanked. And then now we just saw us get above that zero line and we're starting to rip up. So this is just the beginning of the move, in my opinion. So that's for Bitcoin. Look at XRP, we're above 50 cents right now. If we look at the 1-day chart, we're getting above this key 786 level. We wicked up to 52.5 cents last night. We actually had some positive news out of Ripple last night. And on the 3-day chart, we're getting this convergence here. We're getting this convergence of this moving average coming down, this moving average coming up. So let's get a timeline on this. This could stretch out till July, the first week or two of July. we could go sideways. But I think based off of looking at everything else with Bitcoin, the dollar rolling over, looking at the whole market at large, we could imminently break out. For sure. If we're taking that concept of what happens on the left, what happens on the right, we take this middle point as an anchor, May 10th, and we can measure how much time from to this top and before we went down. Because to read it to the left, you have to inverse it or flip it to the right. So let's get a time frame, 42 days from top to bottom here. So 42 days from there to here. And then if we go from that point to where we're at now, we're at 42 days and we have a day and 11 hours left for this candle to close. So we've already elapsed the what happens on the left, what happens on the right. So we're ready for the next move. Because if I were to maybe take a point like this in comparison, show you. So over here, 21 days from this point to here, and then from here, this point to here, 24 days. So like usually you'll see symmetry. It's like symmetry. That's what I'm saying here. So right now on the 3-day chart, we want to get back above that 200 moving average, which is around 0.5050. And we really just need to get above 54.5 cents, hold it as support with a candle body close above, and it's game on. Right now, we do have the momentum trying to cross up right now. We're not there quite just yet, but if you're in the Discord, you're in VIP, you'll know real time when it's time. Then we're going to keep it at that. So guys, we're calling it to a T. We're on it. I believe the next 40 days are going to be absolutely crazy and volatile in a good way. And now's the time to really capitalize on the opportunities here. There's so much that's going to be rapidly firing off in the next couple of weeks here, starting imminently, that now's the perfect time for pair-to-pair trades. Taking some of your holdings and hopscotching around to other altcoins that are going to be outperforming. We've seen some altcoins, like if we were to take a look today, we got Pepe chain up 35%, Pepe up 18%, Floki up 8%. We got coins like VeChain up 4%, while some other coins like Quant are down 1%. Now's and Render down 2%, XCN down 5%. Now's the time to really utilize your bag and grow it by hopscotching around during this time, right before the mega moon. It's time. So get into the Discord, request VIP, get that glove and we'll serve you. Rob at Stargate, request for me, or Eric at Stargate, we'll get you situated and cleaned up. So right now is the time to strike, guys. I'm not playing. Like, you really want to be able to maximize this time, and these next 4 weeks are going to be absolutely great and ripe for opportunities. So come join the Discord. I'll see you guys in there. And in the next video, I'll cover a altcoin of your guys' choice. So leave a comment of an altcoin you want me to cover for the next market update, and I will see you guys in the next video.